Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Total War, Warhammer 2 with me, Veriax. Okay, so before we do anything else, the patch is out and the save game has survived, so that's a good thing. I did hear some noises in comments and places that, oh, it's not going to work. Well, it has, and the basic thing I think that we can say is that the game, I think, has half updated. Because we're halfway through a campaign, I don't think all of the patch is there, like all the content, because I think there's supposed to be forts, and I don't see any fort here. We now have Uberschreik rather than Helmgard, because I think Helmgard was supposed to turn into a fort. Now, I don't know. I've only, like, briefly read the patch notes and stuff, but obviously, like, this is different. The electric counts thing, you know, and this, the fealty thing. All different. Two different buttons here. Different. So it has definitely updated. We even have some new units and stuff that I'll get into in a bit. But I don't think we have, like, everything, because obviously we're halfway through a campaign. We're not halfway, you know. But so, not everything is here. I think there's also supposed to be another settlement up here, and I don't think it's there. So it's half updated as far as I can tell. If you guys know any more of that, about that, then let me know. And what I will do is, in the description there is a straw poll, and I'm pretty much asking, do you guys want me to completely start again with the new patch? And so we can I'll play this video as if you voted to carry on, but don't let that sway you in any way. If you guys would rather me start all over again, because it hasn't been that long, relatively speaking, with the new patch and everything that goes with it, then let me know, and it'll be a whole new different experience for me. But if you want me to carry on as this is, then let me know. Alright, so what have we got? Well, we got a couple of new units. So let's have a look. Right here we have archers, which I like. So I've briefly read the patch notes, but I don't know everything about it. If you guys can expand on anything that I say, then please do. We've got archers, which I think are like Bretonian archers a little bit, but I really like this because it's a really easy to get, cheap missile unit for Empire, whereas before we had to wait to tier 2 to get crossbowmen. And then up here we get huntsmen, which look really interesting because they have anti-large, vanguard, stalk and fire whilst moving, which is really cool. But the anti-large is actually on their missile attacks, which is pretty unusual. So they're really good against mammoths and stuff like that. Really good skirmishing units against slow moving large stuff. That looks interesting. That does look pretty nice. So we'll have to try some of them. We also get war wagons. We got one here we can get straight away. Don't know much about these things, but they seem to be like a mobile. Now I do remember them from tabletop, but they're a mobile tower, I guess, that you can run around and shoot things from. They got decent speed at 50. I'll have to see how they got fire whilst moving. So they're just like a harassing sort of unit. And then up here we also get the war wagon with a mortar, which I'm guessing is just basically a mobile mortar. Pretty nice. Cool. About RORs, I haven't checked this yet.
What does the Emperor bid?
See anything up here. Doesn't look like they've... Yeah, Hammer of the... Oh, no, that's not new. That's not new. Tatar Souls. Right, so the RORs aren't in it. Forts, as far as I can tell, aren't. We got some renamed stuff, like we've got Uberschreik, and I think like Helmgard was supposed to be there, but it isn't. Over here, like, not a lot has changed, really. Not a lot in terms of, like, the actual map. The moot is still the same. Where's the moot? Where is it? Looks to be the same as it was. And so I think, like... I think this is new, but I can't tell because that is some stuff before as well. I don't think it is, actually. I don't think it is, thinking about it. I think I'm just trying to make that up. So, I don't think... And I'm not surprised it hasn't just, like, randomly added stuff here and there and everywhere in the middle of a campaign. So that makes sense. And I'm glad that they've added the coding to do that, so we can load an old save like this. So it does give us the option of carrying on. I haven't at all looked at this. Obviously we need to go this way rather than that way. We need to get better fealty 1+. With our elected counts, because now there's a whole lot more intrigue and options and stuff in with the elected counts. So I'm gonna hit these two buttons now and see what they do basically. So elected counts. Manage and view the status of each elected count of an imperial province. Okay. So the Empire. This lord is the current owner of the state's capital, which grants them the following benefits. Elected count of Reichland. Oh, so that means that Karl Franz is more than just a courageous fighter and grand statesman. He is also a tactical innovator and a great patron of the art. So he gets... So enemy wins and magic is reduced. Research rate plus 10%. That's fantastic. Oh yeah, the research, I'll check that as well. That was supposed to be revamped, but I don't think it will have been. Recruit rank plus 2 for Empire Knights and upkeep minus 5 for Empire Supply units. Whatever they are. The Dragon Tooth, one of 12 magical swords. Oh yeah, so this is one of the Rune Fangs. Reichland Rune Fang is just called the Dragon's Tooth. I don't know if he has that now. I'll have to go and get it. And the Karaberg Great Swords. Okay. Whether he's got them now or how to get them, I don't know. But they've got a magic. I can't even like them too much, but still, they look pretty good. And then we've got candidates. Alright, so let's select any elector's seats you control and double left click on this candidate to assign them to that post. Well, I kind of like him being there. This is your faction. Oh. Right.
What?
So these are the other ones. So say we wanted to try and get
Fine.
Nordland. Okay. So let's see. So this lord is the current owner of the state's capital, which grants them the elected count of Nordland. Oh, that's really nice. So you get different bonuses for.
So, the Empire. On
Okay,
it.
that's really cool. Oh, right, okay. So before we get into that, we now have candidates that we can appoint to these. So you can appoint one of your characters to this state's elector. Your faction, I know. The Wasteland. Okay, so this lord is the current owner of the state's capital, which grants them the following benefits. So, leadership aura size 50, magical item drop chance 20, income from ports plus 20 for all provinces, and upkeep minus 5 for military supply units. So let's put the treasurer in. Oh no. Allow. You can appoint one of your characters to this state's elector. Still says treasurer.
Who calls?
That's weird. Why I can't just assign them to, especially this one, unless it's because I don't have the entire. What am I knowing why it's doing that? All of you know. I know it's really frustrating, but I don't. Alright, all machinations. Oh, so this is just like High Elf Intrigue, I think. But we need prestige. We've got 100 prestige, so we can start with that right away. And then we've got the usual type of stuff that's going on in the background. Yeah, currently minus 5%. Many would still refuse to deny your faction's legitimacy. There are still the first signs of some grumblings. Okay. We got a little debuff there. We need to get onto this. We need to give it a +1. We can try to improve relations with Nordland, for example. We have a defensive alliance already. So we can but we can decrease relations between them as well. So we can make trouble if we want to. I'm not gonna do this just yet, but I kind of get that. Okay, so what's all this rubbish over here? What's this? Fealty is a measure of how strongly an elector believes in the cause of the Empire. Reaching the maximum fealty of 10 will result in the elector offering the Confederation their faction, whereas an elector whose fealty reaches 0, which it is, will attempt to secede. Oh, that's not good, especially since they all start on 0. Are we at the start of the turn or the end of one?
Yes, my lord.
Looks like we're at the start of one, because we've got money in the bank and stuff.
Summon the elect.
Do we have any... Let's buy that. Let's buy that right now.
The nation calls to the province.
So this might be a fairly quick episode, as we kind of like figure out what's going on with all this sort of stuff. Like if we talk to him,
Welcome, my countrymen.
this is the same.
It is time.
So yeah, we're just building stuff now. I've just done that. So let's just see. Oh, we got Dotton back there, which is the same thing, but it's not. It's just renamed. I think of something of Balthazar Gil actually. That's something to do with, but he's still going to appear where he normally does, I believe. We're going to recruit Lord. He's still going to be unlocked at the Conclave of Wizards, which I should be getting fairly soon, actually. Do we want to? Yeah, okay. We're gonna chase him. We're gonna see what happens. We're just gonna wander up here because I can at least get that with Carl. Alright, that's public orders dropping, so we can move you there. Diplomacy and objectives. So it's nice to know that we can continue this game if we want to, but again, the Strawpoll, I'll leave it for a couple of days or whatever until I realise there's like a consensus out there, and then we'll see what happens, whether I just close this playlist off and start a new one, or you want me to continue this. But yeah, I did get a couple of comments saying, oh, this, you know, not venomous comments, but saying this probably isn't going to work afterwards. Well, it does. Spreading misinformation. I always, to be honest, to be frank, you know, I've been on YouTube a long time, and I always take information in YouTube comments with a grain of salt. Because some of you, some people, I should say, really, in general, state opinions as fact quite a bit. So it's just the internet in general, I suppose. That's how it works. So, anyways, yes, as we said before, there is a period of peace settled over the Empire right now. I'm going to say, because this is the first turn, something might pop up at the start of the next turn. Some kind of event or some such to kickstart this elect account thing. What is that going on? What's on over there? What's that?
It is good to see our allies of the
I do not want alliance, thank you. No, thank you. I do not want that. Thank you for asking. What was this? This big explosion thing. Good. Good. Yeah, who'd have thought that the dwarves and the crooked moon mutinous gits don't get along? Who would have thunkered that? Silver Seal. Move any character to Altdorf. The vaults deep below the Palace of Altdorf have been breached and the powerful Silver Seal artifact stolen. The guards are strangely hazy about the offence of the night of the theft, but wards that should not open to anyone but the Grand Theogonist or the Empire have been cracked. This is no mundane thief. Witch Hunter is summoned. Okay, so if we move someone there, we get 1500. That's pretty nice, really, all in all.
I command here.
Okay, I don't want to go too deep into the sea because I will get attrition on the high seas.
By the comet.
I think you should just like pop over down to here. It'll only take 2 turns. We've got that rid of that vampiric corruption. Oh, what has happened there? That's really strange. I guess Blabberclad have just attacked and raised it. That's all I can guess there, really. Now suddenly it's 1 because of high relations. That's good. So this is like a passive thing. So positive imperial authority, technology. Oh yeah, technology. Yeah, exactly the same as it was. Because I know in the patch this has been revamped as well. Oh. I know he's dead. But Rogue isn't dead. Maybe he needs to be on... Oh. So yeah, now it's all gone up to 1, which is great. Return settlements, but yeah. So I think if you attack a settlement, or if I was to take this, I could then grant it to one of these guys. But that, because they're at war, it might upset someone else. Don't know.
We'll marshal the men.
Not going to bother with archers when I get crossbowmen now, though. Well, it's a nice thing to have, though, because I can recruit archers into this army. Oh, no. Well, I wanted that, actually. Crossbowmen. Oh, no, I just want to pin that there. There, okay, fine. So archers are actually better leadership than crossbowmen. Better melee attack, better melee defense. Less range, and a little more missile damage. So they have less range, but comparable. They're alright. So it's weak against armor, but I don't... Weak against armor. Well... so comparably, they're not bad. So there's only the range that's really their big thing. So these really nice early game alternative, and of course they'll be cheaper just in general if we want to fill out an army with some cheap missile units. That's good. I like that. So where we're looking now, we've got walls for Marienburg on the go. That's 2 turns. We've got Marienburg Harbour upgrading. So that's Marienburg fairly, and it's growing as well. So that's Marienburg fairly self-sufficient right now. So I think the next thing possibly is to upgrade Isleheart and then get Witch Hunters. But I couldn't help but notice we now have access to all these. The only thing is, the money is the problem. So we'll wait and see what is going on up here. You know, if we get like 60 grand or something, not 66, then that might let us get one of these. So I'm going to leave that for now. We might have, you know, depending on what happens, we could have a bit of money by the end of next turn. Or the start of next turn, so I'm going to leave it. And see what happens. So we're going to skip all that, skip that, and skip that. This is the big thing that I'm kind of curious about. Wait, it's blocked off. Maybe it's because of the half-patched game. I don't know. I don't know, but I think I'll make this episode fairly short. I'm going to do the whole thing with Carl up there, see what that is. And I might call it a day for this episode, just to get like a consensus about what you guys want to do moving forward. So I don't mind starting again. I want to put that out there. I do not mind starting again. I do not mind continuing on. It's up to you guys what you want to see. A new full game of this, which will add like different things, and I want to know what I'm doing as well, because we had a really good start in this campaign, but I've done it like 17 billion times, as you might have been able to tell. So trying it for the first time, it's an option, but I don't want to sway you either way. I'm quite happy continuing this, depending on how it goes and your input and everything like that. So don't forget the Strawpoll. Your vote will count, and as I say, I'll wait either like a day or so, or maybe 2 days even. I do like recording this quite often, and or you know, wait for consensus, because if it's like 70% swayed one way within, you know, like a day, I think I know what you guys want to see. Uberschreik. I've heard of that name. I've heard of it. Maybe it's mentioned in the game, or I don't know. Because, you know, if this is the last game of this, we can say that we've done a good job and consolidated a couple of factions. Oh, hello. Oh, this is, we just had this, haven't we? A warrior's ranged into hostile lands, but all is not well. There are dark omens abroad. As the shadow of Sunhorn God was watching from an evil moon above, the army is fettered by Morsleb's glare. So we could spend money to get leadership or do nothing. I'll do nothing. Okay, here's a new thingy thing. Historically, the region of Kemperbad is ruled over by Tlabbercland, but is recently under the control of the account of another state. Helmut Feuerbach, the rightful ruler of Tlabberclad, has asked for your help in restoring his rule over this land immediately. So what we can do is, I wish I could like scroll around here so we can actually see like what was going on. But demand Kemperbad's return. My political clout. I like that. That's proper British clout. Yes. The region was fairly claimed. There may be little to gain from outstanding. Oh, alright, so we can get even more fealty with Tlabbercland. Or the other way around. Sterling's... Let's do this one, because then it kind of evens out. And I think Sterling's a bit stronger, frankly. I think Tlabberclad's getting their ass kicked by Hockland, so we'll allow expansion. We've got a tradesman we'll add assigned to somebody. Skilled labourers and craftsmen are an important part of an empire's economy. So now you guys +2. I was wrong. Well, you're both kind of weak, really. But now we get allowed expansion and high relations with you guys. We get a -1 for settlements not returned. Okay. Cool. Let's do this.
Bring me to my men. Sigmar compels us onward.
Here we go. The Island Song. While on an ocean crossing, an island inexplicably rises out of the sea before you. As your fleet approaches, the crew hear an eerie but ensnaring song that carries over the turbulent surf. A tune that promises much, with lyrics singing of everything from untold riches of Grisia's gold tooth to some of Nagash's secrets of undeath. The verses foretell of the attainment of great power and wealth. All you must do is order your vessel closer to shore. That is what the Sirens want. So we can explore the island, where we fight a battle, but we'll get more money. Or we can wait, but only get a little bit. We're going to explore the island. And we're against Tom Jenkins, part of the Vampire Coast. A new faction that we haven't met yet. So Tom here is a wizard. Got armor-piercing melee. Now they have aquatic, meaning that if we fight in marshland or shallow waters, they do not suffer a penalty. And we do. All these guys have that. Depth Guard are really freaking awesome. Both with pole and without. 49 melee attack and 64 weapon strength, meaning that they're very, very good in close combat. Then we get some deckhand mobs, which are basically spearmen. Zombie pirate deckhand mobs, which are like a trash unit basically, but they have a whole load of health, as you can see. All these guys do. And some pistol infantry and some close quarters missile infantry in the term. In some gunnery mobs. Well, let's fight that. Now, the Bane of the Vampire Coast, the thing that they don't do very well against, is crossbowmen and archers. Because the Vampire Coast have to fire directly. Crossbowmen and archers can fire over. Plus, they tend to be outranged as well. So, crossbowmen tend to get the drop on these guys. We should focus down these two with our armor piercing. Hello? Especially that unit there. Battle of the Middle Sea. Now, I would like some new maps here, because this is not... Well, I suppose it did say an island inexplicably raises. But I would like to see some more, we'll gamble that, maps on ships. Because I fought a battle once on a Black Ark, and the Black Ark was as big as this island. And the Black Ark is like is a dark elf vessel. It's the scourge of the seas. It's the most epic floating construction out there. It's ridiculous, and I'd like to see some new maps for sea battles. Now we have this handy hill here. And I think it's more handy for us than it is for them. Because we have a siege engine and they don't. So we can go pew pew pew. I'm going to put my missiles up there so I can see them. So they can be our scouts. Hide you guys over there. Maybe go around and take them out. Carl's now on his on Deathclaw. But he causes terror. Not that's going to matter too much, but he is now immune to terror. Halberdiers on this side. Swordsman on this side.
Crossbows ready, General.
Guys over there. Actually, you should run away. No. Then we get General Starr, who's going to plump himself down there, and way too many guest users is going to lead from the front. Well, kind of from the back of the front. Okay. Sneaky, sneaky heavy cavalry. No. That's a bad idea. Run away. Run away. Bravely, bravely run away. That's not a good thing for us. Damage done by this mortar already, though. Stuff. If you guys just loop round there. What are these? I know there's a unit there. Let's just take a quick look at the Vampire Coast. There's some depth guard. They're freaking scary. So they're shambling zombie pirates. What we can see from this. See their general there. There he is. Big old halberd. That's enough of that. Alright, sadly I've put where are you guys? Yeah, go and get them. Run away! You don't want any of them. Get up there. Oh, you guys. Right here. Yeah, we're completely wrecking them with our firepower, and we will take some casualties from their guns. It can't be helped really. Nice. Oh, hello. Need to get Cal in there, don't we? Whoa, stop. Did not want to do that.
Yes, General. Crossbow ready, General. Fire friends! No lingering. Ready for war. Attack!
Wrong spell. We won this anyway. You don't want to stay there either.
Shoot them! Ready for war! Right side! For Heldenhammer! For the Warhammer! Carl France!
Come on, Cal, get up there.
Faster!
Now this potion of speed is actually useful for him now.
Free company! Sigma! For Heldenhammer! To me, men!
Watch him cook this dude. Oh yeah! Get in there, Cal. Yeah, that poor old vampire fleet captain. Or admiral even. Doesn't stand much of a chance against Deathclaw and Carl, does he? Yeah, we beat their army. Let's move up. Oh, that wasn't a good charge. They were ready for that. They were ready for that. Okay, the general's dead. Get out of there, Carl. Run away! Run away! Freaking depth guard, run away! Really being lax here. Yeah, you just get out of there.
Prepare for combat. Go. Yes, General. Onwards.
Boom!
Warrior priest. Going. That's an order. Go. No lingering. Yes, sir. Quickly. Yes, sir.
Not mind telling you. I'm surprised they're still fighting.
Take aim. For the Emperor.
Surprised we haven't won this one yet.
All ranks fire.
I reckon we'll get...
Now.
Go guest users.
Yes. The Empire. For help.
Probably about 6 grand for this, I imagine.
Halberdiers.
Definitely worth it.
Fire.
Yeah, we won. Stop firing now, guys. Stop firing them. They're dead. We are victorious. Decisive victory. 36 kills for Carl. Very good. The Rice Guard did well in just holding up the Death Guard, really. You know, they stopped them getting into the main fight. And of course, the handgunners and crossmen did a lot of work. Go them. Yeah, we basically just held up the Death Guard so they couldn't do anything, which was their biggest threat. So they went well. Decisive victory. We'll take the money. So that's already 1300. We've got a rank for Carl. Any treasure? Okay.
Sigma compels us on.
Get a hedge wizard. Need to assign that. So we get unit bonus 1500 and 5 grand, which gives us almost 12. Compelled by the eerie songs carried on the sea breeze, you ordered your crew to disembark into the mysterious islet. Before you could start searching for treasures, however, you are set upon by some vampire pirates who seem to have appeared out of nowhere. The songs of the cursed sirens were obviously a trap. After defeating the undead freebooters, controlling them, you looted the vampire mode galleon before claiming all the salvage on the island for yourself. Good stuff. Let's assign some of these followers before we go on. Grade 8% is pretty hefty. Alright, that's all we can do. Faction leader. And a lord. Well, we know that.
I command here. Yes, to unite the provinces.
Alright, you go back to Marienburg. Taking a bit of damage there, but everyone leveled up. So, Carl. Yeah, we got him Deathclaw. So maybe we should get him something like that. Something to make captains better, make great swords better, which we can start to get now, or make Reichsguard better as well. Start getting Reichsguard, but not yet. So let's get that charge bonus. Look at that charge bonus. I like that. Right now, I'm just going to keep going with Flock of Doom with General Store. Way too many guest users. Can safeguard. It's no easy task to bend or break the armor of this being. Armor 106. It's good. And we get 11,000. 12,000 really, which means we can buy a building. So we could go one of a few ways here. We could get keep upgrading the Timber of Sigma, and that will unlock Volkmar the Grim. We could get a foundry, and then get war wagons with mortars, Hellstorm rocket batteries, and great cannons. But I'm gonna, or we could get a Castle Reichsguard to make Reichsguard better. But I'm gonna get this. The Outdave Conclave of Battle Wizards. Surrounding the colleges are many conclaves, unions, and societies where wizards share knowledge and secrets. So we get a wizard for that. There are many wizards. Bright wizards, grey wizards, amethyst, amber, celestial, and light. But yes, that's the most expensive building, I believe. 10,000, so we should get that when we can. And then next on the list is the foundry. We get cannons!
To the provinces.
We like cannons.
It is for the best.
Get another bit of money here, actually.
By the comet.
Okay. The witch hunter reports a mysterious woman seen fleeing through the small hamlet in the east of Altdorf. Though the informant only caught a glimpse of her retreating back in the faint moonlight, she swears that her steed was a thing of bone with a fell green glow about it. The witch hunter suspects her to be an agent of the undead. Stirland lies to the east of the Reichsgard, and beyond it lies Sylvania, historically the centre of undead activity in the area. So the hunt should be directed there. So do we want to pursue her or breach a dam? I don't know why we breached a dam, but let's do that. The expedition was a success and the dam was breached. Parts of Stirland are flooded. Great, why would I want that? Okay, that's for the moot. Well, I don't have the moot, so we don't have to worry about that. But, great. That cost me money to do that. I don't, alright, so, you know, I normally pursue her, but I thought for this, because that just puts you onto the, oh, we get prestige for this. I see how. So, anyway, trapped by the waters, the Vampiress, such she seems to be, has been brought to bear near a shrine of ill omen. She is raising an army of corpses to defend herself with. Well, this looks exactly the same battle as before, so... No, but there it is anyway. We get the silver 200 prestige, which is very nice. Wow, look at that just shooting up. What's that about? Winning battles? Settlements owned, buildings constructed. Maybe some of them give prestige, I just haven't noticed. So we've got it for buildings, battles won, settlements owned. So we're getting a lot of prestige. We're getting a hell of a lot of prestige. We get 200 for this. The silver seal is a unique thing as a protective thing for amulet for Karl Franz, and he'll get 1500 experience for doing that as well. That was kind of worth doing. We don't have any money now, so I'm going to call it there. Short episode, short-ish, I suppose. Let me know what you guys think. Whether we should continue this, or I can just restart. If you guys think it's worth it, if things are missing, whether you guys think it's worth restarting to add them. I'm not sure. I'm entirely not sure what, but I welcome all of your thoughts and comments, and of course votes in the Strawpoll. Okay, I shall see you all next time, whatever that may be. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Toodaloo.